Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ghost here, and today we're going to read these build crafting changes from Destiny 2. And I know I just made a video saying I'm not playing Destiny 2 anymore, but this is some groundbreaking information, and everybody needs to know about it. On top of that, I'm also uploading another Destiny video on Friday, so you're getting Destiny this week. Destiny fans eating today, all right? So they tweeted this a couple hours ago, talking about how they're changing build crafting, and this is such a substantial change that we have to make content about it. Okay, so we're gonna do like you guys know how to do this. We're gonna read the thing. We're gonna give you my reactions. I'm gonna give you your reactions, and you give me your reactions in the comments. Okay. So over the last few years, we've been expanding the build crafting options in Destiny 2. We want players to have fun, to find fun and unique ways to embrace the given flavor of combat while expressing themselves with the power of their guardians. The current build crafting system relies heavily on a model library that is going to be highly complex at times, confusing. So we're making some changes to improve that as well. Good. So we're not going to read TLDR. First part, loadouts. We knew this was coming when they announced Lightfall. They told us this is coming, and I'm great. I get to see more information, but let's read. Being able to save your loadouts and easily switch between them in the game has been a long requested feature and is arriving in Lightfall next month. We're taking the power of quickly switching between carefully crafted builds and making them available in game. Also Here's some problems I want to solve. Quickly swap entire sets of gear without numerous trips to the vault or having to open the second screen. Decrease the time in between play sessions caused by needing to rebuild a loadout. Amazing. Create ways to label loadouts in a quick identification. Here you can see the Warlock has three loadouts created on the 6th slot they have unlocked. You'll be able to unlock all 10 slots by progressing through the Guardian rank system. Each loadout label has an assortment of colors and icons to choose from, including Crucible, Rage, Trials, Gambit, damage types, and more. So this is what we're talking about. This looks amazing. They give us a whole bunch of different ways to unlock, to label each one. So you got all the perks. You get the perks in your weapons. You get the mods unlocked. Good. I like it. You get to see your stats. Great. I'm assuming that's the Guardian rank right there. Assuming that's the Guardian rank. Okay, let's keep reading. Here we go. When Lightfall goes live, it'll be a ball game. It'll be a new ball game of sorts. Things will be different, and you'll have a blank slate to start cooking up new builds for future adventures. Not all current builds in Destiny 2 will be possible, upon launch, but there will be a healthy offering to start with. We're also planning to expand upon builder crafting and options in season over season. Great. I was hoping they would not just drop this new build idea and leave it to die. Amazing. Okay, so problems the team want to solve. Cut down on time managing mods. Remove limitations that created confusing experiences. Breaking down barriers to make build crafting fun. Amazing. Giving players more understandable ways to earn mods. Great. Remove the need to wait for 81 to sell a specific mod. Amazing. Retune mods to give players more forms of expression while also tamping down on the areas of power creep. Please, for the love of God, don't tell me about the nerf hole. I feel like if it's not in this one, tomorrow they nerfing harder and most likely on Titan. Please don't though. So great. 801, amazing. I wonder what she's gonna do. Is she just gonna be only the transmog person now? Probably. She's probably just gonna be the transmog NPC, that's pretty much fine. Pretty much what she is always anyway. Giving players more understandable ways to earn mods. Amazing. They're gonna great. They already gave all the mods to everyone now. Remove limitations that created confusing experiences. Okay, so I'm interested in this because if this is going to continue to go down the road of people only make builds that they see on YouTube, I feel like them doing this is going to make it so people might actually start to fumble around and make their own builds, which is going to be amazing. Our new mod customization screen is going to make creating your builds much easier, as well as be able to see all your currently applied mods and how they're affecting your stats on the screen. From here, you can quickly select different pieces of gear to start tinkering. Amazing. There's also a tab at the top of the screen so you can switch over to see what perks and stats your current weapons have without having to switch back to your character screen. Okay. Let's talk about the earning mods. Historically, mods were unlocked in a variety of ways. For the most part, we were waiting for 801 to have them in stock. We want to remove this waiting game and make all mods have a clear path. All mods will be unlocked by achieving Guardian rank 6. Most players who have spent some time in the game will start out on rank 6 and instantly have all the mods ready to go out the gate. New players will have to unlock the mods as they climb to the ranks. Look out for more info on the Guardian rank soon. Great. We heard about the Guardian ranks during the Lightfall reveal event too. It's supposed to be like not a camaraderie system, but a way you could vote for people as you do stuff as a Guardian. You'll be able to level up your Guardian rank, like through Sherpas, other stuff. Basically, is what they said. And is it accommodations? No, but basically you get to vote on you at the end of activities. You get to vote on who did so and so, who did this, you did this good. Say you're a great leader, you're a great Sherpa, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Mod energy types are being removed. W, eliminating the need for the 4 different versions of a given armor piece for build crafting purposes. We are also converting the combat style socket into the additional mod socket for that armor slot, helmet, gauntlets, etc. We're also reducing the energy cost of many of these mods, helping give you more opportunities to mix and match. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Additionally, armor mods that previously provided benefits to weapons based on their archetype, for example, hand cannon loader, will now instead provide benefits to weapons based on their damage type. Great, it's great. This levels the playing field for all weapon archetypes and make it easier to put together a powerful suite of mods and benefit multiple weapons in your loadout sharing the same damage type. Good. But that's not all. Artifact mods are also being translated to unlockable perks that will no longer be needed to be socketed, but rather unlocked during the duration of the season, which are earned passively applied to your loadout. I'm gonna read this whole paragraph and then we'll get to what I want to say. So what does that mean exactly? Let's say that anti-barrier weapons from the season is pulse rifles. This change means that you'll no longer need to equip the mod for this, taking up the present space and energy. Great. All your pulse rifles, unless they're intrinsic champion mod, will automatically have anti-barrier applied. As you can imagine, having every single artifact mod active at the same time would be a little bit OP. Yes, be good OP though. Because of that, you won't be able to unlock all of them at the same time and have them. You won't be able to unlock all of them at the same time. You'll have to choose between 12 perks you can have active at any given time. However, we don't want to make this easy. We do want to make this as easy as possible to change up the builds. So we're resetting the artifact will cost nothing. Thank God. What does that mean for Artifice Armor extra Artifice slots? Starting in Lightfall, Artifice Armor will have a new unique mod slot that grants 3 additional perk points to your character, like strength, mobility, intellect, etc. This will help you round out your stats to perfect your builds. Now, once you've gotten your loadout set and your mod managed, it's time to dive in. We're making some gameplay updates to complement the changes. Okay, so small thoughts real quick. Eliminating energy type, an amazing W. No, you don't have to have 5 different armors for the freaking mix and match builds you have to make. You don't gotta do that no more. W. Now, artifact mods, unlockable perks, amazing. I don't have to freaking remind people. Triangle, you don't forget your anti-barrier and pulse rifle. You don't gotta go into the mission, go into the GM, and people like, oh, bro, can we back out? I forgot to put anti-barrier on, dog. My bad. That's not gonna happen no more. W. That's probably still is gonna happen, but it's not gonna be like, oh, I forgot to pocket it in. You can just unlock it and you'll be cash money. Now, Artifice Armor. I do have a gripe about this. Artifice Armor is really good. And in case you guys didn't know, Artifice Armor is the armor you get from the Grandmaster. Is it the Grandmaster version? Grandmaster. The Legend version of the dungeons, I'm pretty sure you get it from the Legend version of the dungeons. Pretty sure. And basically you get an extra mod slot. Now they're making it so an extra +3 stats and additional. It's rare. It's really rare that you have, like, you need an extra +3, especially since they said, like, and it goes up in 10s. Because you guys didn't know, the stats max out at 100. And then you only get a benefit by every 10 stack. So say if you have, like, 29 intellect, technically the game thinks you have 2 intellect. The game doesn't expect that you'd have 2.9 intellect. No, you have 2 intellect. So those 3 mod stats, it's rare. It's rare for you to be having, like 3s, at least. Actually, it's not too rare, but it is kind of rare. So it's gonna be weird to be having like 3s to round out a stat if it doesn't even matter. But I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. Okay. Game, set, match. One thing that has always played a huge part in how we set up our builds is match game. True. It's been pretty much a requirement that you diversify your damage types to end up facing shields that feel hopeless to break. We want to remove this restriction to allow freedom to how to create your builds and take advantage of the non-specific element system. To reach that goal, match game is being removed from high difficulty activities, and we're making a few tweaks to how you can damage the different types of shields. Base shields listens to the non-matching damage types across the entire game are being adjusted to 50%, similar to Gambit now. And we will have some other ways for you do some bonus damage to shields that will tell you about before launch. This will help you synergize your perks and abilities through the single damage type rather than diluting them across several different ones. Now, I'm assuming not match game. What was it called? What was the perk called that lets you? I forgot what the perk is called. Hold on. In Witch Queen, they added the perk called Adaptive Munitions, and I'm pretty sure this is still going to be useful, but the perk was already not used that often, especially since it was seen on such a little amount of weapons. This is going to like knock it down a peg, because you can still just team fire a shield and eat it down. So I guess that's good. But if your solo content, Adaptive Munitions is still probably going to be goated. Okay, some champion changes. Okay, they listening. This is probably like freaking DMG's last hurrah at Bungie, because he put his foot in it. Let's go. Another thing that has a huge impact on your builds are champions. We want to make how you counter champions more logical. This should make it easier for you to learn how to deal with them in the first place. So while we still have your selection of anti-champion artifacts available to you based on your current weapon selection, we're also adding some anti-champion options based on your subclass to complement your weapons. That's a dub. I was waiting for them to do this because they've been testing this for like months with the mods that lets you like do stuff with your grenade, like your melee or your grenade will stun champions. So that's great. I'm glad that's intrinsic now. That's amazing. Let's see which one does which. Barrier champion, Solar Void, and Strand counter. When using volatile rounds from your weapon, it'll pierce the barrier of stun champions. Great. When a player is radiant, their attacks pierce through champion shield and stun them. Great. Strand will also have a method to piercing barriers. Amazing. Overload champions. Damaging an overload champion by triggering jolted conditions stuns the champion. Likewise, suppressing the champion stuns them as well. Great. And slowing them stuns them. Okay. So I got those chill clip fusion rifles is gonna be goated. Blinding and unstoppable champion instantly stuns them. Now what I'm thinking is here, when I was running some strikes, I got a goated roll of Malicious Birthright. It's got freaking blinding nades, ambitious assassin, and multi-kill clip. Now the more probable answer to this is probably going to be Arc 3.0 blinding, but if the small chance that blinding GL rockets, blinding grenade launcher grenades count, they were already really good. They about to go even higher. But okay. Blinding unstoppable champions instantly stuns them, encasing them in stasis, and then shattering them or triggering a solar ignition on them. Likewise stuns them. Strand will also have a way to unstoppable stun on top of the champions. Okay, so that's great, amazing. I'm glad they changed it. Armor charge mods. Okay, this is where it gets confusing. With the combat mod stock going away, many of the mods that once belonged to the Charge of Light, Elemental Well, and subfamilies of mods are now fall under a revamped system known as Armor Charge and move to the Armor slot specific sockets. The Armor Charge mechanic functions as follows. Socketing an armor mod that uses Armor Charge system gives you access to the system. The functionality of taking charge, picking up an orb of power against one stack of Charge of Light, is now granted to you whenever you have any Armor Charge mod equipped. Many mods that previously created elemental wells or gave you stacks of Charge of Light have been converted into the stead of create an orb of power. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna read it again. Basically, whenever you have one of these mods equipped, if you do what they're telling you to do, it will drop an orb of light. So for a shield breaking charge, you break a shield, it'll drop an orb of light. For freaking snap, basically all those stuff, all the creators, what I like to call them, the mods that create charge of light, they will drop an orb of power. You can now hold between 0 to 3 stacks of armor charge by default, which appears as a buff in the status effect area, so on the left side of your screen. By socketing chest armor mods charged up, you can increase your maximum number of armor charge stacks by 6, to as high as 6. Some mods provide a passive ongoing benefit while you have any stacks of armor charge. When you have one of these armor mods equipped, every 10 seconds a stack of armor charge falls off if not consumed by something else. Players can extend this decay time by socketing the extend charge mod in the class item socket. For example, Font of Wisdom is in the head socket, will provide a bonus gain to intellect while you have any armor charge active. Some mods consume 1, 2, 3, or all stacks of your armor charge on a particular triggering, granting blah blah. Some mods consume 1, 2, 3, or all armor charging. This is so hard. I'm leaving this in. I don't care. Some mods consume 1, 2, 3, or all stacks of armor charge on particular triggering, granting you instantaneous benefits when they do. A few other mods, stacks on stacks, leg socket, powerful friends, radiant light, blah blah blah, time dilation, can modify the armor charge system for you without providing you with a specific benefit. While you have armor charge. Okay. Finishers now consume armor charges and do not dip in super energy. Okay. So anything like Snapple finisher, special finisher, heavy finisher, if that ever comes back, will use armor charges instead of super energy. I don't know how. I think it's just a name. And pretty much going to work the same. It's just armor charges. Just sounds freaking weird. It's a really weird name. While many of the mods that were previously elemental wells will out. Okay. While many of the mods were previously created to benefit elemental wells are being changed instead to focus on Orb's power, some aspects of elemental wells aren't going away entirely. Instead of creating elemental wells, each subclass now creates damage type specific spawned objects. So Arc gets the Ionic Traces, it's already in the game. Solar gets Fire Sprites, Void gets Void Breaches, Stasis Shards already in the game. Strand will also have an object that will share details in the future, okay. The ability to spawn these objects will not come from armor mods, but from your subclass instead. For example, while the Ember of Tempering Fragment is active on Solar Hunters, it will now create a Fire Sprite when you defeat an enemy with a solar weapon. Picking up any of these objects will grant the ability energy or have other effects depending on the subclass build. For example, if you're running the solar subclass and you had the new Ember of Mercy Fragment equipped, picking up a Fire Sprite will grant you restoration. The number of these types of interactions will be limited at launch, but we intend to add more as the system continues to move forward. Balancing act. While the main goals were here to streamline the build crafting experience, we also had some tuning while we were under the hood. We had to do some tuning while we were under the hood, addressing some power spikes certain builds combinations created. As we said previously, we looked at every single mod. Some were changed, moved to other tools, moved to other slots, transitioned to other abilities, or removed. With the removal of armor energy types and other consolidations of mechanics into armor charge, some mods become redundant and were removed. Some ability energy gains, stat bonuses, and weapon damage bonuses from mods have been reduced. Though we've also added some new mods to expand your build possibilities. Note not all previous builds are going to be able to be recreated one-to-one, but the system has changed enough to open up lots of new possibilities with new mods and ability combinations. As an example of mods that aren't coming into along for the ride is War Mind Cells. Man, that's sad. These are a relic of a different time and had already been nerfed in the past. They had a good run, but these mods will be deprecated and no longer available starting in Season 20 to make way for new options and consider when you're crafting preferred combat style. War Mind Cells, man. A fall from grace. Gee. War Mind Cells. Dog, when them mods came out, they was busted. You could clear an entire room with one War Mind Cell. Then they got nerfed. And then they were never used again. I used them a little bit on my Hunter. You guys saw, if you saw that Arc Hunter build I made in the beginning of Season of Plunder, I used War Mind Cells. Looking ahead, we've covered a lot. We've covered a lot, and there's going to be a lot of questions with so many changes on the horizon. We'll have more to say in this and along in the plethora of other exciting changes coming alongside Lightfall's release next month. With a system like this, the best way to fully understand is to get your hands on and start tinkering. As with everything we evolved in supporting Destiny 2, this evolution is not the endpoint. We have plans to continue tuning and improving this system while we'll be adding new build crafting elements to fill power gaps we don't have a chance to get in the release. We're excited to see what you build in the new toolbox and look forward to seeing all the new builds to be shared around. Now, they did say, I'm pretty sure I missed it, that builds will be able to be shared. Builds will be able to be shared across the community, which is going to be amazing. You can finally just put the build out and like, hey, yeah, here's the build. It's on my account. It's on I don't know how they're gonna figure it out. Maybe it's linked to your Destiny account. Your Bungie.net account, something, you can look up their builds. That'd be heat. Yep. All right. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching the video. My whole thoughts to the situation is, this is great. I'm glad they're finally changing something about champions. People have been saying champions are getting old, they're boring. Change it up, please. They're listening. We're listening. Hashtag we're listening is what they've been saying. And they have been listening. It looks like the power level, well, the base power level is going to be 1800. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm overall very, very excited about these changes. I am still personally on the fence on whether or not I'm getting Lightfall or not. It will probably change. The answer is probably going to be yes, I'm going to end up getting it. But I probably will regret it down the line, which sucks. But I'm still going to end up getting it because I play the game a lot. Even when I play the games time to time, so I still want to enjoy it. But yeah, this looks great for Lightfall. I'm excited for everything that comes in the future, and I hope you guys are excited too. Let me know what you guys are most excited for after hearing me read this mini twab to you guys. This is basically a full-length twab, but before early twab, basically. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite thing to talk about that came out of this article here? Tell me about it in the comments below, and I can't wait to read them and reply to all of them. I appreciate all of you guys being here, and enjoy the rest of your day. Be easy. Peace.